So this is what I'm thinking. This was kind of fucked up. I just realized when I started streaming, I didn't have none of like I got all of the Twitch banners and stuff. Can't see none of that shit at all.
Oh,
It's kind of lame.
that's bad business. No,
It's a fact. So something really fucked up happened to me.
okay, all right. Well, yeah. So you got the mic first. Go for it, because I'm already pissed. Like I'm walking into this angry. But go ahead.
Okay, so Tuesday is usually like family movie day. Every other Tuesday. We don't go all the time. Wait till something's popping, right? I get the tickets. We're gonna go see Fast 9.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's a stupid tradition I have. I've seen every single Fast and Furious movies in the theaters. So let's go ahead and keep this this stupid ass tradition going. So I get there and I always get the same seats. We get the 6 seats in the middle and the back. Because I vape. That way I can just blow my smoke right up. And I'm not bothering nobody.
That's very thoughtful of you, and I respect that.
Exactly. Cause if you're in the middle of the theater and somebody sees smoke coming up, you know how white people are. As a black man, you're never lonely because there's always going to be some white person all up in your business.
Oh shit! What a fucking way to look at it. Like,
so we sitting in the seats and we're chilling. Movie's about to start any minute now.
Mm.
And we see a whole big, mind you, we have most of the back row, like 2/3 of it. So Indian family coming up, they're looking at the seats. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, the second he says, "Let me see what chair you in," I'm just going to punch this nigga in the face. Now, I'm not about that shit right now.
Oh my God. Why was violence your first thought? Like, that's...
What can I say? I'm from Roosevelt. So, he checked the people at the other end. He checks the people at the other end. And then I see him for a second, like, trying to get his shit together. Like, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yo, he passed me the tickets. He goes, and they're Indian. So the thing about Indian people, sometimes when they talk, they can come off as like, it comes off a little bit harsher because
what it really is.
Yes. So he's talking, he's like, hey, what seat are you guys in? None of your fucking business. Like, don't worry about it.
Our seats. We're in our seats. That's where we're at.
So he's like, yeah, I think you're in the wrong seat. Da, da, da. I'm like, nah. We in the right seats. Yada, yada, yada. And so sure enough, I'm like, look, see, I'm in D9. See, this is 9. I'm in D9. It's my seats. He goes, yeah, but this is row A. Row D is all the way in the front. I had to pick the whole family up. And he just looks, he goes, I'm sorry. I was like, you know what? It wasn't your fuck up.
Right. Like,
I went, I'm just like, we're going. They're like, we're not going to watch the movie? I'm not about to watch the movie in the front row.
You did not fucking leave the movie theater.
Bounce.
You left the whole ass movie.
I'm not watching the movie in the front row. Fam, the last time I watched the movie in the front row, I was with like Rook and Rob and John, and we all went to go see Django.
You went to see Django?
And we was in the front row, and my whole neck is like this. Like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh my God. So you just ate the ticket price because
like I said, it's Tuesday. Tickets were $5.
I mean, but it's like kind of a lot of y'all. Like, it's not
right. But wouldn't you rather? I would much rather sit there and enjoy the movie.
I mean, no, I guess you're right. Wow, that's crazy. You ain't like, damn. All right, well, yeah, I guess you gotta take that L. If you fuck up, you fuck up. That's all there is to it.
That's really all it is. Hold on 1 second, because I haven't even started drinking yet.
And your camera is drifting like a motherfucker. Like,
it's okay. It's okay. And I'm back. See, it needs my eyes. It needs my eyes focus. My eyes.
You literally just said you wasn't even drinking yet. What is happening? What is happening right now? This motherfuckers is lit.
There you go.
Who the fuck is? Wait, what happened? What is happening here? Oh, Darby Allin, my man. Okay. I'm sorry. We got AEW Dynamite going on the TV here. If anybody hears any yelling, I promise you no one's dying. Ray Sean's just really excited.
As she should. Who's the main event?
what? Listen, shit happens, okay? Like, it's been a while since we like sat and watched live wrestling with the crowd and shit. Like, you might get turned up.
It's been a hot minute. What are you drinking today?
I got my Chamisul Jinro soju. You know what I'm saying? Sipping on my shit here. Well, what's left of it anyway.
I got Captain Morgan in a flask.
Respect. Yo, I used to have like a couple different flasks. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where the motherfuckers are at this point.
See, I got the classy one for where I wear a suit.
Right.
And I got the big one when it's just like, yeah, I need a half bottle of liquor and I want to look semi-classy while doing it.
When I don't give a fuck. No, I had some dope shit. Like, I had one that had like it looked like a Game Boy on the front. So I had that shit.
See, it's all about, the only reason to have a flask is to drink in public classier. So, and they're both filled with Captain Morgan, by the way.
Ready and loaded. I love it.
All right, let's go ahead and bring it in. What's really good? I am MTV Malik. He is Ace Metaphor. This is 224 The Basement. What's good? Ace, what's shaking with you, man?
Can you explain to me why Lovecraft Country got 18 motherfucking Emmy nominations and it's canceled? Because I can't imagine a reasonable excuse for how the fuck that happens.
Happens all the time. Good quality shows that nobody watches.
No. What we're not gonna do today is that shit. Fuck that. Like, this shit was dope as fuck. They gave you everything in this fucking show. The only thing that you didn't get in this show was a white savior. And that's the only excuse I can come up with for why it was canceled. Because boy, did you get everything else.
Episode.
Why?
I like the show. Because I'm not into the whole horror thing. It's not really my thing.
I mean, was it really horror? Like,
no, not really. But all reality, I did.
Just say you ain't fuck with it.
Show.
Just say you ain't fuck with it.
I did, but not enough to continuously watch. It was definitely something that, like, once my schedule would have eased up a little bit, I would have definitely binged. I think I was just kind of waiting for it to be over so I could just binge it all.
Well, it's over now.
Yeah, like, waiting too long. I didn't even know it was canceled.
Bruh, yeah, they canceled this shit. And I'm just like,
I'm not surprised though.
I'm not surprised, but I'm angry as shit because it's not like this was You ever feel like you're about to throw black people under the bus and you want to stop yourself, but you kind of have to explain your point?
Go ahead.
It's not one of them like Tyler Perry ass, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hate that shit.
Right. It's not one of them.
I have watched more Lovecraft Country than I've watched every Tyler Perry show ever put together.
Good. You're a good man. I appreciate you, and I love you as a friend. Thank you for that. But like,
the shit just isn't funny or interesting.
What made Lovecraft Country so dope is that it gave you so many different looks. Like, you had the LGBT community look, you had the sci-fi look, you had the historical black look, you had the will they won't they romance, you had so many fucking different things happening in the show. And to me, I feel like they really they gave enough of each thing that it didn't leave you wanting. Like,
it did check a lot of boxes.
It really did. And the pacing on it was so good that you just okay, so this is kind of a sidetrack, but still on track. I'm playing Pokemon Ultra Moon, trying to knock that out because I'm about to jump into Pokemon Shield. Shut up, don't judge me. Go fuck yourself. So I'm playing Ultra Moon, and like, you know, I'm playing, I'm jumping through the wormholes, I'm trying to find shiny Pokemon and rare Pokemon and all that shit. And like, I'm watching the show and I'm like, nah, I gotta put this down. Like, shit's getting real, shit's getting thick. I need to see every scene. I gotta pay attention to every word. They had a whole fucking episode that was in Daegu in fucking South Korea when homeboy was in the war, like subtitles and shit. Bro, they did so much in this show. 18 fucking Emmy nominations. People are gonna be looking for this show, and there's gonna be nothing to fucking find but one season.
Well, it might be enough to bring it back because somebody like Netflix or Amazon could pick it up. And two, did you know that somebody from The Challenge is on the show?
Really?
Yeah. Jamie Chung. She played, she was the Asian chick that was in the first episode. And she was later on more in the show too.
wait.
Challenge champion too.
Wait.
Gotta start in the real world.
Hold on.
Jamie Chung, look it up. She was also in The Hangover.
Jamie Chung. Is this who I think? Yep. Holy shit. No, she had a major fucking role. And when I was talking about the Daegu, like that Daegu episode is pretty much just all about her. Like that's her whole shit. And that's another thing that I loved about this. Like everything is related, everything is connected, but you almost get a feeling like every 2 episodes kind of changes the story.
You know, that's funny because through the first 3 maybe the first 2 episodes I felt was kind of connected, but it felt like the third one was completely off. And that was the one where she was in the house. Her and her sister got the house.
Yes.
Felt completely like totally different feel.
No, but
it wasn't bad, but that was about kind of when I stopped watching it. Because I was just like, it's going to take a little bit more, because some shows require energy to watch. And I was just like, this is going to take a little bit more energy than I'm willing to give right now. Let's go ahead, wait for it to end. And I go ahead and wrap it all up at the once it's all over and just binge it all.
Nah, I can definitely say it did require some energy, but I can only say this from the Black perspective. Like it definitely took energy because you see so much in the show that someone might dismiss as exaggerated. Somebody might say is hyperbole, but like to know this is what people really went through, and then they also have to deal with supernatural shit on top of it. Like it's a little taxing to watch as a Black person, but at the same time, like you see them just kind of like get out of situations and survive situations that you know damn good and well they wouldn't have at the time. So
I feel you. I definitely I don't like watching Black trauma as much as I used to. Back in the day, it gets tiresome after a while. Just like watching, me and Mo went through something similar. Not that it is, but just the fatigue. We watch, Law and Order SVU all the time. Once you're a couple of episodes in, it was just like, I can't keep watching 12-year-olds dealing with what's happening to them. Like it gets tiresome if you pour too much of it on at the same time.
It's a lot. It's really a lot. Like, but nah, this was honestly like if you get an opportunity, even though it's canceled, check out Lovecraft Country. If you have HBO Max, if you have HBO on your cable provider, whatever, check that shit out. Understand what I'm talking about and understand why I got those nominations.
I love the actress, Janae Smollett. Anyway, she was on the so WGN America came out with 2 shows, like 5 years ago, and both of them was really good. One of them was Underground, which was about runaway slaves. She was on that, and it was amazing. And the other one was called Outsiders. It was about a show.
Outsiders is familiar.
You know what? I'm going to save it because Outsiders is actually going to be my recommendation station. I'll talk about it then.
Okay, all right.
It's old. It's already canceled, but still fun for what it lasts.
So we just talk about canceled shows today. All right. Dope.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so, those are some of the best shows.
right. Ain't
and
that
some
a
of the
bitch?
worst. So something strange has been happening to me, and I'm really conflicted on how to feel about it.
Okay. What's up?
I bought a car.
Oh, you're right. No, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, slightly newer, slightly shinier.
Yeah.
So it's a Benz. It's nice. It's nice.
I'm waiting for the issue here. Like,
so the issue is how motherfuckers been treating me since. The neighbor hop out. It was good. Like, oh yeah, man, because your nice car. I'm like, oh, thank you. this whole thing, you know, try to be coy.
Oh,
And he goes like, no, I seen it when they dropped it off. Oh, okay, yeah. He goes, must have worked hard for that. Congratulations.
oh.
And it was actually very like hard. Like I felt it. Like he was just like, yo,
Like-
congratulations, like yeah, good job.
Shit was earnest. Like,
Yeah. I was just like, yo, that's cool. I'm like, thanks. When you're in a Benz and you drive past other people with a Benz, they give you the nod.
Wait, okay. Now, question: is that just black people in Benzes, or
No,
is that
no,
all people?
all of them.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. 2, I drive a little bit different. Come on, now you motherfuckers better hit me. My shit's a little bit lower to the ground. And it's dope. It's dope. It maneuvers really well. It feels like you're driving in luxury. It's a little bit smaller than I would like, but
Right. That's what I said.
but
But you comfy though.
Yeah. Yes. But the compliments. I had to drive to another store, go pick up some stuff for my store.
Mm-hmm.
And before I leave, she goes, I really like your car. Thank you. Kept it pushing. And then a customer just like, is that your car out there? I'm like, oh, yeah. She goes, I knew it was yours. It fits you. It's elegant. And she's like an older lady. A hop, skip, and a jump from dying. And mind you, this is I got it yesterday. This is the first day.
What the fuck?
That's what, exactly.
Oh, so your whole life is just different now, cause
I'm thinking about getting rid of it.
well, you feel like you're on the radar too much? Like,
Yes. Also, there's nowhere to put my gun. Like nowhere.
ain't got a glove compartment in that motherfucker? Like,
It does, but you ever see? You've never been in a situation where you had to go and reach for it and just realize, oh, this is not it. It takes too much time.
what,
And
like the armrest? The
armrest is small, so it's like it's 2 compartments. It's one that's a little bit skinnier and the other one that's a little bit fatter. But you got open one to open the other.
I'm
not squeezing.
Yeah.
I'm not squeezing it nowhere around here either, where it's not in plain view.
Yeesh.
So I'm you know.
That's
it's
not
worrisome.
exactly. That's not something they exactly put on the websites where they're just like, yeah,
Exactly.
you know, plenty of places to put your gun. Like,
I might have to get something like really, really small, which also doesn't feel good. But I don't know how to feel about that. Most of it does seem in earnest. Most of it does seem like, you know, people just trying to give me a nice compliment, which is nice. I sure as hell don't get complimented enough. But I don't know. It feels weird to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's okay. So my you know, my girlfriend's dad, you know, he got like a Toyota Avalon. I want to say it was like a 2019 or something like that. Like when it first came out, you know, when they just did the remodel. And you know, from time to time, I would ride the car to go pick him up from work or something like that. You know, I'm stopping to get gas, and like somebody be like, "Oh, yo, that's a nice car," and I'm just like, "Oh yeah," you know. I would just say like, "Yo, it's my father-in-law's car, or whatever." But like, yeah, I've had a touch of that, and I can't imagine what it would feel like all the time, because to me,
it's just been one day,
right? To me, it just feels like it would create paranoia. It's like, yo, there's way more people watching me than I thought.
That's I feel uncomfortable.
Right? Yeah. I can see that.
Uncomfortable.
Hey,
I feel like
you don't have that problem with a fucking Nissan Altima. That's what I'm saying.
I have a problem with a Ford Focus.
Right?
No one said shit to me then.
No one gives a fuck at that point. Like, you fucking drive a RAV4, nobody gives a shit. But you start pushing something a little fancy, you start getting to the $60,000 range, and you know, people look at you different. Like,
and not even it's originally when it was came out, it was a little bit more than half that. So and we're a couple of years removed, but it's nice. It doesn't have a lot of mileage, super clean, nothing wrong with it, and I feel uncomfortable. I think it's some bullshit.
I think that's something like. Some people buy the car for that. Like, they buy it to stunt. They buy it for the attention. But if you don't do it for that, like...
I didn't. But yeah. I knew that I mean, I never really had a super nice car. My cars just do the job, but none
Right.
of them was really bad. I never really had a fucked up car. All
Right.
my cars have been mid, and I was just like, I'm a little bit older. I deserve to have something a little bit nice. Not so much as style. I was looking mostly for comfort and something that's gonna last me a while. So
Right. Right.
it's okay if I spend a little bit of money. But enough about me. I want to talk about some music. It's funny because we actually had a lot of good music. And I was
Yeah.
I was planning on talking about Fast 9. I fucked that all up.
Yeah. No.
But,
No. That's fine.
But talking about music, we had 3 projects that we looked at. It was Vince Staples, Snoh Aalegra, and Big Sean.
Yeah. So where you want to start at?
Well, naturally, I was like, well, Big Sean is probably gonna be my favorite. I like Vince Staples, but I never like really liked a whole project of his. He comes up with a project. There's a couple songs that I like. I know he's good, just not really my cup of tea.
Mm.
Snoh Aalegra is somebody, and I hope I'm really saying that right, or I'm just trying to butchering her name.
I can't imagine how else you would pronounce that shit.
Would you gonna say Snoh?
Okay.
No, it is Snoh. Is the last thing I'm worried about. But Snoh,
Aalegra. What? No. Okay. Yeah.
I heard the name a whole bunch of times. Heard she was good, and I never actually listened to anything she did. Maybe like 1 or 2 songs I may have heard, and I probably didn't even know it was her. Let me tell you something. I fell in love with this album so hard.
Yeah.
Especially the first. Oh my god! Especially the first like 4 or 5 songs. I loved it so much. Especially the We Don't Gotta Talk About It. All of those songs really, really spoke. I loved it. Loved it. You didn't get that feeling?
Okay, so here's the test that I usually do for artists that I don't know. I put their music on while I'm doing something else, and I see if it makes me stop. And not that anything was bad about it. The instrumentals were fine, the vocals were fine, but nothing stopped me. Nothing about it stood out to me. Like it was just,
Okay.
it was cool.
And fair and valid. I thought that's how I was going to feel about it. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that there's any flaws in your music tests?
I mean,
see, for me, the first listen, I really like to concentrate on the music. But as an adult, you realize, I don't even know how the fuck did we do this all the time when we was kids. We sat there and we studied music all the time.
And that's why I had to change my approach to how I listen to new music. Because
it might be too critical.
Well, before we had more time to listen to less music. Now we have less time to listen to 100 times more music. So it's like, if you don't catch me, if you can't break through what I'm doing, then like I got nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it doesn't even have to be that I have nothing for it, but it could also just be that it doesn't stand out to me. And that's what I felt with this. I felt that it was well done. I felt like it was fine. It flowed. Everything was cool, but it just nothing grabbed me, So yeah, like.
I feel you.
Yeah, I feel like my test is solid.
I actually liked it so much. I found it so smooth. And definitely one of my favorite R&B projects. Like this, Jasmine Sullivan, Brandy, anything Tinashe's doing.
Of
Came
course.
out with a new video called Bouncing. Listen. There's a trampoline in the video.
This guy.
Just don't watch it at work.
Wow.
Anyway. Let's go ahead and oh yeah. So I was saying, I actually put it like to sleep to. When I haven't slept to music and forever. Like forever.
I mean, I could definitely see that.
It was smooth. I really liked it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the tracks really don't have. There's not a lot of variation to them. Instrumental wise, her cadence in her songs doesn't. I mean, in my opinion, doesn't really change drastically or anything like that. Like you could really just put it on in the background. It's perfect work music because that's what I was doing. I was doing work while I was listening to it. And it, you know, it's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's gonna distract you from what you're doing. And I'm listening to myself say this, and I know it probably sounds insulting as fuck, but it's not. Like it's a vibe, and I mean that in the most literal sense possible. Like
at least it wasn't to the point where just like, let me stop what I'm doing, dry my hands, and go turn this shit off.
Right, so, like it was
that's a plus.
Nothing about it made me like, I didn't panic like, oh fuck, where's my phone? I have to stop this. Like, no, I was just like, yo, this is cool. Like, let me write this article. Let me, you know, do this, do that. And I played the whole thing, and then I was just like, oh, it's quiet. What the? Oh, I guess the album's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was that kind of deal. Long. Yeah,
I love it when we both like a project, but clearly heard two different albums.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But okay, so to your Vince Staples point, like, okay, so Big Sean, like, I loved his last project, the was it Detroit 2?
Yeah,
hard.
Amazing.
Fucking loved it, and I'm not a Big Sean fan, so like
I love Big Sean. He has a really original flow.
Yeah, and that's the thing I fucking hate about him. Like,
he has a Detroit, and it's not exactly a Detroit flow, but
I
like it.
No, I fucking it's
like when Freeway came out. Freeway came out with this whole crazy flow, but nobody else was doing it.
What irks me about Big Sean is like, he'll be killing the beat, and then he's just like, oh, y'all like that shit? Watch me fuck this up, and just go like completely left with it. But like with the Freshman 10, you know, clearly like this is revisiting some other tracks, some older tracks and stuff like that. So this was never meant to be something like world shattering. This was for Big Sean fans. So to me, I was like, oh, this was kind of cool to like catch maybe some B-sides or whatever, and, you know, kind of get like a different vibe out of him. But to me, out of the three that we listened to, that Vince Staples fucking went for me, bro. Like,
nah, it definitely slapped.
I've never wanted to ride with my top down on the highway so bad in my fucking life than when I was listening to this shit. Like, my God.
That album was really chill. And I really liked how introspective it went. And it was good. I think he actually put a lot of effort into where the tracks in the playlist of it, because the way it flowed, I thought was really just marvelous. I thought that was really a really good undercurrent for the album.
Absolutely. And like what I loved about it was like he gave you that current mainstream feel, but it was clearly him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like following a trend or anything like that. It was still very Vince Staples. And like he gave you bars. Like he really, I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. Like,
bars is hard to come by these days.
But
you know what though? But we've been getting blessed though, because we got a Banks album this year.
We got Run the Jewels. We got
Run the Jewels.
Alfredo.
We got Nas. See, people always talk about, oh, there's so much trash out there. Hip hop is garbage. Just like, yo, what did you listen to though?
Right.
Get off of Hot 97.
Well, you know what? If more people were listening to T-Pain and understanding the type of shit that he on, did you see the T-Pain rant?
No.
Oh my Lord Jesus, Joseph and Mary. My man T-Pain, hold on. I'm gonna send you the link, because T-Pain went on a 9-minute and I want to say 21-second rant.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, bruh. And essentially what he was saying is
lack of originality.
Yes, and this is a conversation that I have had with so many different people in so many different ways, but it's just like, you can't just copy what the biggest artists are doing and think that people are gonna fuck with you. And what I love about the point that he made, it's twofold. One, don't send me your copycat music and be mad at me when I call you out for copying. Don't send me your Little Baby, your Drake, you know, your Lil Uzi Vert, your Da Baby track, And when I say like, yo, you sound like them, be mad at me for that. So that's one side. The other side of it, don't be mad at me because it's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have, 100,000 views. And I put quotes on that because a lot of cats is out here buying their views. Let's not act like everything's organic. You know what I'm saying? And it's super fucking easy to tell when you niggas is out here buying your shit. Okay, I'm gonna fight you before the night is over. Anyway, she been over here whispering in the darkness like all night. Anyway, but no, like if you got 100,000 followers on Instagram and you got 425 posts, but you average 10 likes and 3 comments on your shit, bro, you bought them followers. Like,
facts.
Who's falling for that shit? So it's like you're not gonna sit here and okey doke the shit out of me with your copycat cookie cutter ass music and be mad when somebody say, yeah, that's not really for me. I could just listen to the dude who started this. Like, the fuck out of here.
Well, the thing is, it's become so much less about
originality.
Exactly. It's really come about how much money you can make off of it. And if you got a big following on social media, you could segue that into, a music career. Bella Porch is a perfect example. She got a huge following on TikTok, dropped the song. The song wasn't even bad. I mean, I don't think she has a super strong voice, but the song was kind of cool. It was kind of knocking, and that's going to sell fucking albums.
Who are you talking? I don't know who the fuck. Who?
The girl from TikTok. She did M to the B, M to the B, M. I'll send it to you.
Okay. See, you have kids. I don't.
It has like 1.5 billion views or something like that. Like, it's crazy.
Holy shit!
And and then she dropped a song with like Mia Khalifa is one of the dancers in there.
No.
Yeah. The song is called "Build a Bitch."
I can't get Mia Khalifa in a video. Like, I want.
I want her in enough videos. But yeah, the song was kind of cool, but you could segue that. It's really not about, the thing about it is, before you had to be an artist and get your buzz up, and then, maybe you can get put on. Nowadays, these people already got a buzz.
Okay, see, and this is another thing. And I'm gonna ask you this because I have my own kind of concept on it, but like, when do you feel like this change happened? When do you feel like it became more about the person? Like, I like the person. Fuck the music they make. I like the person. When do you think this changed?
It really started the most around probably the late 2000s, coming into the 2010s. Once YouTube and Instagram, and once you realize you can get your own following through social media, where really, if you could just make funny videos or just be cute enough, you have a whole bunch of followers. Now you have a base. You have a base. And if you can monetize that base, even better. So now all of these people, what they do is they generate content to build up this base. And once the base is big enough, find a way to monetize it. This is keeping people don't have to get real jobs. That's Addison Rae.
Oh,
another TikTok girl.
Oh,
and she began lambasted because she got all of these opportunities for dances, and a lot of the dances she did, she stole from Black creators without properly crediting them. Now, some of them have been properly credited, but not all the time.
Well, and like I think the biggest problem is we got to a point, and I don't know exactly when this happened, but we got to a point where it became more about the look over the talent. And I think that's when we hit that change with how people were marketed, who got put on. Because I mean, like, yo, you look back in the day, I mean, yeah, the OJs had women throwing their panties on stage, but they wasn't like the handsomest dudes on the planet. Like,
no, but they also had the skill to carry him that far.
Exactly.
A lot of these people don't have the skill, and some people just can't tell the difference.
And I think that's what worries me. It's like, so you're allowing technology to brainwash you. You're allowing just being inundated by something to make you believe that it's good. Oh, I hear it all the time, so it must be good. And okay, yep, this is about to happen. So if you no, we're about to do this. So if you look at the way schools operate, it's the same shit. You're inundated with information. You're not actually learning anything. You're just memorizing it so that you can get past the next checkpoint. You're never taught how to learn. You're never taught critical thinking. You're just taught to maintain information long enough to get past the checkpoint, which is why a lot of these artists don't last very long, because we're taught, our brains are structured to just hold on to this to the next checkpoint. So we hold on to this artist until we find the next artist, and then we throw the previous one the fuck away. And that's why I think longevity is so shortened nowadays, because they never had talent to begin with. They just fell into the brainwashing machine.
Now going back to think about it, I know when it started. It's when Kim Kardashian's tape came out. That's when it became the cult of personality. When people can see, if you just become famous enough, doesn't matter what you become famous for, as long as you become famous,
then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Shit.
Boom. Boom. No one else in the world have figured this out except
there you
us.
go. It's Kim Kardashian. It's her fault. We're right back at that fucking sex tape. Damn all over Kardashian. Again. Fucking no. Damn you, Ray J. Because he was actually a talented fucking singer. He could actually sing. He could actually make a good song.
Facts.
But what is he most known for?
I wish.
No, the fuck he's not. He's most known for I Hit It First. If you want to talk about music.
Which TV show was it? Was it
what TV show was it?
It wasn't Sister Sister.
Get the fuck out of here. was it Moesha?
Probably. Oh man. All right.
No, yeah, fucking bullshit.
Let's go ahead and move on. Earlier, we touched on Addison Rae. A lot of people was pissed off because Addison Rae was hosting a UFC event, UFC 246, where Conor McGregor got his wrist got.
Said he's a soccer player?
Oh man. And I never liked McGregor like that. But she was there hosting it and people were mad. Like people were putting a post like, yo, I have a journalism degree and I'm a dishwasher. No. All kinds of crazy shit.
Because the reason why they did that is because she had the audacity to be on the red carpet, post a picture and be like, oh, I did 3 months of journalism and here I am. And it's like,
yeah, it's not so much that you're famous and you got this job because you're famous. That's actually okay, because like, what is she gonna do? She's gonna be a biomechanical engineer,
right? Like that's fine, but you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to make that joke.
All it was her spitting in the face of all of the hardworking journalists and sportcasters who miss out on this opportunity because you got it. And I'd say, and we were just talking about this last episode, I have a huge respect for journalists, especially real journalists who have to work at a paper. People aren't buying newspapers like that.
Right.
And you don't make a whole lot of money as a journalist, as an investigative journalist, somebody who, boots on the ground all the time. It's tough for them.
Yeah, shit is hard out in them streets. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that.
And here you are. I stole some dances from some black girls and got famous for it, and here I am achieving your dream that I don't even really want. Like, that's fucked up. It's a spin in the face.
And it's just, it really shows why some of the older people look back at these younger cats who are getting these opportunities, who are doing these things, and they get mad at them because this is how they treat it. You know, you honestly, you can go back to that college scandal, and it's
Listen,
like,
those old people can shut the fuck up, because them old people is the reason why we're in so much of the shit that we're in.
Wait,
now.
hold on. No, when I say them old, fuck that. I'm them old people. What the fuck? Like, I'm not.
We're not that old.
We older than her.
Everybody's older than her.
Hey, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I have people who sat in college classes trying to get that, who were broadcasters for, you know, NCAA events, for, you know, high school events, for, you know, all this shit, and we're hoping for an opportunity like that one day. And she got that shit for stealing the TikTok dances of Black people. Like, the fuck?
One of the things that I think we learned the most from this whole thing is we learned what type of person she is. This is who she is as a person. And it seems like she's kind of shitty. So, yeah, these are one of the dangers of having that cult of personality where everybody follows you just because you're famous. They may not know who you are as a person. This is somebody who has been on the hot stove several times because of shit like this. So this is who they are. This is who they are as a person.
It's honestly, like, I would love to say that there will be a shift, there will be a change, and people will realize that you can't worship these fucks the way that we do. But I completely know that we're not. Like, they're just like I was saying before, they're shoved in your face so much that a younger mind can't get away from that. They're not taught to think critically. I could see this person every day and be like, no, I know you're a piece of shit. Get out of here. I can throw away every ad that I see from you. I can throw everything about you away. But a younger kid they're just gonna follow that.
What they don't realize is they're being worked over. When they see this stuff all the time, every day, it's not by accident. It's not by mistake.
Right.
These algorithms got everybody figured out. They got everybody figured out to the point where it's not even about you. They just take somebody like you and then match you up against 1,000 people who like 100 of the same things that you do, and they just build the profile and they pitch to you stuff that's going to work on you. Because they know where you're shopping, they know where you're banking, they know where you're going, they're knowing what you're saying, and it's all engineered for them. Now, us being a little bit older, we can kind of see through that shit. Like, it's 100%. I'd seen this documentary and they said, like, who here has thought that they knew their phone was listening to them? Because they open up the phone and there's an ad tailored right to them. And it's not even that serious. They don't even got to listen to you. You're giving them all the information as you're using it. Little kids don't understand that. All of these products that's free, things like Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, they're only free because we're the product. We're the product.
And this is the other thing, like, you know, talking about giving away the information, like, all of those, you know, what anime character are you? What member of Friends are you? What you willingly do these little surveys and shit like that. They're getting that information. They're taking that information. You're willingly
100%.
giving that shit away. Like, me personally, there are websites. And here's a little thing. If you want to make a little, you know, side cash or whatever, there are websites that you can do where you do actual surveys. You do like little questionnaires and shit like that, and you can get paid for it. That I do that shit because I'm like, you're gonna get my information. I know you are. But if I can give it to you and get paid for it, fuck it. Like, and that's honestly, that's all Facebook has to do. That's all of these
they ever do.
If they gave the biggest users on their platforms just a fraction of a percent, how much more would people use these platforms? Holy shit. Oh my God. People would fucking OD. Look at how they OD now just for the illusion of being famous.
Well, Facebook and Twitter are now working on ways where people with large followings can start monetize a little bit. Um, TikTok already got the creator fund, and they got a way for people to send tips in. I know Twitter just dropped something. I think it's called Rooms or something like that, and Facebook is doing something similar too. So hopefully, excuse me. Hopefully, we see a little bit of money getting thrown back towards the creator's way. Now, we're closing in on 51 minutes. We got enough time to get to one more story before we go ahead. And, yeah, man, we just been chatting it up.
Shit.
So we got time to get into one more thing before we get into recommendation station. Why don't you go ahead and pick? I know we got a couple of stories.
All right, hold on. Let me see.
Which one tickles your fancy? Pause.
just write
just
it
pause.
here.
Just pause.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna touch on this story, not because I think it's gonna like super resonate with people who are listening, but I feel like the point that I'm gonna make is gonna resonate a little better. So, all right, WWE wrestler Naomi, she recently deleted her Twitter because she was catching a whole lot of shit. Her husband, I want to say Jay Uso.
No, Jimmy.
I was like, wait, no, I feel like I was right.
Yeah, no, you're
Uso.
right.
Yeah. Her husband, Jimmy Uso, was caught drunk driving for like the third time.
At least
The third time. And you know, this is his fuck up. She was not there. She wasn't in a car with him, anything like that. You know, this is his fuck up. And it's his constant fuck up. And he's in a position where he's very prominent on the show right now. He's getting a lot of TV time after a lot of people who, you know, have been released. And you know, so a lot of wrestling fans are feeling like it's almost disrespectful for him to allow himself to be in this position. She's catching shit for it on social media as if it's her fault, it's under her control to do something about this. And you know, a lot of y'all might not know who these people are. That's fine, totally understand that. But the point that I want to make here is like, when someone in a relationship does something wrong, why the fuck are you going to the other person? Like, it's not them. Unless they're the one who put the drink in their hand, who put the drugs in their veins, who, you know, gave them the pipe. Like, why are you approaching that person and saying like, you know, oh, you know, what the fuck, this person, you know, he's fucking up. Why aren't you doing so? We talking about adults here. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of relationship you're in, whether you're your boyfriend, girlfriend, married, whatever, you can never fully control the actions of another human being. So to attack someone's loved ones, whether it's their mother, father, brother, sister, wife, whatever, we got to cut that shit the fuck out on social media. That shit is uncalled for. That is not solution oriented. And all you're doing is fucking up two people's lives for the mistake of one, when they already have more than enough shit to go through. That being said, I'm gonna step the fuck off my soapbox because I feel like that got real preachy.
Nah, it's all right. Naomi, I can understand why she wanted to delete the Twitter. She probably doesn't want to hear, you know, shit from people who she doesn't know, from random strangers on the internet who don't have anything nice to say. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people out there who is supportive and appreciative and understands the situation. Most people don't, because most people are fucking dickheads. This reminds me of I saw an interview with Sarah
Silverman. Yep.
Right. And this was after the whole Louis C.K. thing. And her and Louis C.K. were super close and did a whole bunch of projects together. And she goes, you know, I'm in a tough situation because, you know, Louis been there for me for so much stuff in my life. He's a close friend. And I love him. I still love him. And she goes, and I'm dealing with the fact that, you know, somebody who I love did a very bad thing.
Right.
And, you know, and she kind of just don't know how to feel about that. Another similar situation is one of my favorite filmmakers, Kevin Smith. And when the whole Harvey Weinstein thing came down, he's like, yo, Harvey Weinstein was like a father to me. He
gave
me
him
my start.
so many opportunities.
He bought my first movie. He's like, yo, my first 4 movies all came from Miramax and in the Weinstein Company. He worked with them all the way up into Clerks too.
Right.
So he ended up as a show of gesture to stand in solidarity with the Time's Up movement. He donated all of his royalties from them going forward and donated to the movement.
Get the fuck out of here! I didn't even know that.
Which he didn't have to do. Yeah.
Yo, Kevin Smith is that fucking dude.
He's that guy.
My
Always
God.
has been.
Yo, shouts to fucking Kevin Smith.
Facts. So I think Naomi is kind of dealing with that, having to deal with, somebody else's actions. And don't get me wrong, she did absolutely nothing. I mean, she didn't do anything. Leave her the fuck alone.
Fuck all. Like I said, now, she didn't give him the drinks. She wasn't in the car. She literally fucking nothing.
He is a grown man. And it's sad because it does seem like he has a problem with alcohol and the driving and needs help. The problem is though, when you're behind the wheel and you're drunk, there's more lives at stake than just your own.
Right.
It's one of the most selfish things you can do.
Right.
I understand alcoholism is real and it's a problem. And I understand some people, get lost in the sauce. WWE probably needs to step in. I'm not saying release him or fire him, but he needs to be in a program and get this under control, because the next story is, a drunk Jimmy Uso rams into a fucking caravan, full of kids and flips it.
Right. And this is a problem that we've seen, long term with WWE wrestlers, where there are known issues and they're not really being taken care of the way that they need to, the way that
if you're high enough on the card.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, that's another thing that they talked about too online. Like, you see that he's not taken off TV. Normally, somebody does some shit like that and they're off.
Oh, they didn't even take him off?
No, because that's how important to the storyline he is right now. Because when it first happened, I was just like, oh shit. So what's gonna happen with Roman Reigns? What's gonna happen with the storyline? Like, nothing's gonna happen, because he's that integral to the top of the fucking card, to the Fox contract that they have on SmackDown. They can't do anything to him.
Get him a fucking driver. Or maybe Jimmy quit it with the booze. And you know what? I don't mean to say it like that, where it's probably, as we all know, for some people it is not that easy.
Right. And it's not to just say that.
Get the brother some help. Get him some help.
And it's like,
take him off of TV. Get him some help.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say that you need to take him off TV. I mean, you might have to, because that might have something to do with why he's drinking. But like, all the money, all of the things that he has going on, one, like you said, get him a fucking driver. Why is he driving himself anywhere ever? Second of all, get that man some weed. That shit's legal damn near everywhere. You need a
Not
vice.
here in Georgia.
Sucks to be you. Virginia's fucking awesome now. Like,
I already quit smoking.
I don't smoke. I eat.
Man, I might have to try the booze.
But like, honestly, get this man some fucking help. Don't let him ruin his life, his career, the careers of, because like him, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Naomi, like, we're talking about legitimate family here. We're talking about people. This ain't just like business shit. This is for real family. They're real cousins. That's a real marriage. Like, you're talking about a lot of shit on the line here just to keep him on TV. Like, you cannot allow real life things to fall apart for this shit. Like, you just fucking can't, So
yeah, that's a fact.
And back to my original point of, yo, get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't be pressuring people on social media. You can't be attacking people on social media for shit that they can't control. And that's that. I think
you're beating a dead horse. You're telling people on the internet to be nice, and I'm sorry. I understand what you're trying to say. I get it, but you know what? Save your breath. and that's a damn shame too.
Nah, well, okay. I'm gonna touch on one of the comments here. Okay, so they got rid of Jussie Smollett, and he was like the middle of Empire. Okay, but Jussie lied. Like he
allegedly.
There's no alleged to that shit. Jussie was on that bullshit. And it's funny that we talk about Jussie because we were just talking about Janae Smollett earlier.
What chat room are you in?
What are you not
for Twitch?
For Twitch? Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not in there.
Shit. Oh, but no, I see it.
Okay, yeah. No, he fucking lied his ass off. So it's like, yeah, nah, Jussie had to go. But
everybody knew that shit from jump too.
Like,
all right. So we just reached over the hour mark. It's time to take it down to a little place I like to call Choo Choo Recommendation Station. Ace, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Oh no,
I definitely got mine lined up.
I got this. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. So, all right. Me and wifey came across this show. What? Yeah, I know it was canceled. Everything gets canceled. That's literally like the whole theme of this show right now.
Yeah, these are facts.
Right. So all the good shit gets canceled. We know that, especially when you happen to have a black lead. That's not like a thing.
Speed that shit up.
Whatever. Anyway, so People of Earth on Hulu. Essentially, you're dealing with a black guy who, living a good life, doing his journalism thing, and happens to end up in a situation where aliens become a major part of his life. And he's not really willing to accept that, but really has no fucking choice because it's literally
new people, but you know names.
I'm gonna say a bunch of no names because there's no like major one star that anchors it. But
do I know any?
Did you watch High Fidelity on Hulu, the series?
No.
Oh,
it's saved on my list. It's saved on my list.
Saturday Night Live. Who from Saturday Night Live? Oh, you didn't watch The Office either. So,
who's from Saturday Night Live?
Who from Saturday Night Live? Alex. Gina. Oh, okay. Hold on. Alice. Wait, no. Anna Gasteyer. No. Okay.
Nope. Might as well continue. I'm not gonna know.
Oh, you said Alice. Okay, so Kelly Grady. Nah.
Nope.
Okay. Dope. So no one you fucking know. Watch the show anyway. It's fucking dope, and you'll find a bunch of people that you will absolutely. Oh shit! You didn't watch the fucking. There's 2 people from The Office in this fucking show.
Who's the other person from The Office?
What? You don't know either one of them, so what would be the point? I know
faces.
Okay. Oscar Nunez.
I do know who that is.
Okay.
I know who he is.
Okay. And H. John Benjamin. He's in it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Archer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Paul Lieberstein.
No idea.
Yeah, he's for anyone who knows The Office, Toby.
Oh, okay. I know who Toby is.
Yeah, Toby's in that motherfucker. Yeah. So yeah, there's some people in it. Whatever. It's fine. Watch the fucking show. The shit is like super sleeper hit. It's dope as shit. But unfortunately, you're not ever gonna get a 3rd season because it's already got canceled because all the good shit gets canceled.
All right. You said this is on Hulu?
It is on Hulu. Yes, it's fantastic.
Right. Bet. All right. My recommendation is going to be for a already canceled show. I have no idea where you can watch this at all. No idea. Google this shit.
Right.
The name of the show is called Outsiders, Outsiders. It's about a family that's been living on this mountain in Kentucky for like 100 years. They're super inbred, but it's not nearly as bad as you might think because it's a fairly large family. And they have like different clans, but they've been living up there for like, for hundreds of years. And nobody really bothers them. They come down to town every once in a while to like steal some shit from the store and then bounce back up in the mountains. And people hardly ever see them, right?
Okay.
Mining company comes in, they're going to start drilling, and they got to get these people off the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
I imagine that doesn't go well.
Right. So that's a whole conflict. Also, there's a guy, he's from there, and then one day he leaves. He wants to see the world. He ends up going to school, going to college, and he kind of loses his way, and he makes his way back to the mountain. So he's been from the outside, and he has knowledge of the outside world, because these people are on this mountain for hundreds of years. They don't really know shit. Like, they couldn't tell you who the president is and shit like that.
Okay.
There's like a whole bunch of people from Sons of Anarchy on here. And it kind of has the feel of Sons of Anarchy. It was actually a really good show. It ran 2 seasons before it got canceled. I really, really thought it was a fun ride. Unfortunately, I heard it got canceled like 6 or 7 episodes into the 2nd season.
Oh, wait. Slug said it's on Hulu.
Boom. Yo, Slug be hitting.
Yo, this my man. Hold on. Let me confirm this real quick. Let me hit up Hulu.
He's probably right.
I completely trust and believe everything that he says, because his beats be hitting.
It's definitely a fun show. There's some good parts, there's some bad parts. One of the guys from you ever seen that Kevin Smith movie Red State?
Yes.
That kid's is that the kid?
Now that I said it, is that the guy?
Now that I said it, I might be wrong. He's one of those funny looking white guys. You will remember him as soon as you see him. Like, you see him around in a whole bunch of shit, but I can't remember his name. Opie from Sons of Anarchy is in there. There is a whole bunch of people. It's a really good show. A lot of great characters. So I would say just check it out. It definitely got canceled too early. I would have loved to see where the show went.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, it sounds like the name of this episode is about to be canceled because fucking shit, everything we talked about was goddamn canceled.
Thank you for naming this episode. You have no idea how hard it is to come up with names sometimes. Some days it's easier than others, and some of them do not be hitting at all.
Yo, but just ask me. Like, I'm here. This is what I do. Like,
I just say, like, what is something we've said more than once in the episode? And that's the episode. I remember we got one episode named Abby's Arms because we're talking about Abby's Arms for way too long.
That was mostly you, though. That wasn't me. Like,
I work out and I'm trying to just piece together how this bitch is able to put together such massive armaments.
In the fucking apocalypse, like,
right? Fuck out of here.
Where you getting the protein for this shit? Are you
eating people?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All right. It's been a fun ride. Thank you guys for joining us. That's going to do it for us. Once again, I am MTV Malik. He is Ace Metaphor. This is 224 The Basement. Good night, guys.